Good morning, everyone. My name is Nikki from theladypreferstosave.com, and I wanted to hop on really quick this morning to talk about why I am joining the October No Spend Challenge that was commissioned by Ruth Sukup at livingwellspendingless.com. So, to start with, if anybody else, hey October, is doing the challenge on their site, there is actually a commitment form for day one, and I managed to get every single person in my family to get on this challenge. Why did I want to do this challenge? Well, first, on my blog, I have personally been doing no spend months, starting with February this year, every other month moving forward, with October being second to last to December. And each month I have saved no less than $400, with February being the largest, in which for the first month I saved $1,474. So this year total I have saved over $3,000 doing no spend challenges. So for me, my husband and I discussed what did we want to do with the money, and for us, we want to put that money into an account so that say 2 to 3 years from now, we're looking into buying a couple tax properties from our courthouse and our sale. Hi Tammy. Because a lot of the houses go for under $2,000 or $3,000. We can fix them up. If it's a good rental property, we could keep them and rent them out, or possibly flip them and sell them. With my art experience, I think it'd be kind of nice to be able to DIY that myself. So that's what we're going to do with the money. We're putting it towards rental properties in the future, so that's going to be a self-funded project. Now, in terms of getting the project and this challenge started, which is very scary to a lot of people, we actually have a pouch. And for this entire month, we have allotted $80, and that's it. $20 per week for incidentals, such as produce, milk, and anything that might come up. Each person in my household was allowed, well, adults, everybody else, I don't know what they're going to do. Anyway. Each adult in this house was allowed one gift card to use as a freebie for the month. My husband chose a World of Warcraft card. Not my thing, but it makes him happy. I have a $5 Starbucks card. I will be getting one pumpkin spice latte for me at some point. And that's it. That's all the money that we're going to be spending for the month. You know, it's difficult. It's very difficult. It's very daunting to think that's all the money that you have. No credit cards, no debit cards. We will not be going to an ATM. We will not be eating out. We will not be spending online. I have had to put my Amazon pantry and subscribe and save on hold. I have put my Stitch Fix on hold. I have put anything that comes into this house that is not a necessity on hold for 30 days so that I am able to better utilize what I have in my home. Now, personally, I run a savings blog. In addition to my 2 businesses and my virtual assistant position, I am able to better adapt with that. But I will say this, having done this challenge, by day 15, you do want to crawl in a hole and die. There are times when you would just do anything for a soda, you would do anything for that last little bit of whatever it is that you want. In my case, I personally really like Rumble and Brown spread. And by day 14, when I ran out, I did cry. I had a moment. I didn't like it. But in the long run, when I was able to save hundreds of dollars, I was really happy with this. So let's see, what else are we doing? Oh, here's one. I have a second pouch. In this pouch, anything that I see for the month that I really want, I want to spend, I'm going to print it out. I am going to put it in the pouch. I'm going to date it. I'm going to mark what the sales are. And in November, I can applicably purchase that item. So this will be my second, what I'm going to use next month. I didn't stock up. I didn't buy anything. I didn't buy any groceries. I didn't go out and purchase any extra food. But when you have children, when you have pets, when you have responsibilities outside of your home, there are things that you have to account for. I'll give you an example. I own 2 guinea pigs. And if you know anything about small mammals, you know that in addition to dry food, they have to have hay and they have to have fresh produce. Obviously, my guinea pig cannot verbalize, I don't want to be a part of your challenge. So that's something I have to allot for. I can't not provide for them when they need something. So that's what my $20 a week is for. I did not buy anything ahead of time, and frankly, it's a good opportunity for me to clean out my deep freeze because I probably have at least a month's worth of food in there. So that's something that we will be doing. Something else in terms of not stocking up but a necessity item, we are also Plus members at Sam's Club. And so throughout the year when we buy groceries there, for every $100 you spend, you accumulate a $10 reward, which is like usable cash in club. So we have $87 left from which we can use, and I've allotted for gas. So our gas is covered for the month. So that's one thing we don't have to buy. So yesterday, in preparation for this, I bought gift cards. My husband was so pleased with this that as of last night, he came home with an adult coloring book and a bag of Ponderosa pine cones for me to have at home. His thought was, if I have something to take my mind off spending, I would be equally happy. And I am so appreciative for him for thinking of me in that way. So that's really just awesome, and I appreciate him for doing that. But back to this challenge. I've done it before, but I will say it is so hard. It's hard not to spend that money. It's hard when you see a sale, when you think it's something that you really need, to not spend that money and put yourself in that position. But I found, actually, when I take a day to think about the spending before I actually spend, half the time I really didn't want the item anyway. That goes for clothing, that goes for shoes, that goes for items in my home, that goes for furniture, that goes for especially one of my weaknesses, which is holiday decor. I could easily go into Joann's or Michael's or Hobby Lobby and spend $200 on a throw, 3 candles, 2 canvases, some kind of gesso, a sizing for bunting, and come out of the store with a small bag and I'm happy, but in a week later I really could have used that money for something else. So it's going to be good. It's going to be a good utilization of what I have, and I'm really excited about being able to go online and Pinterest, and later on I'm going to scope about that, finding some things on Pinterest that perhaps are upcycled or paper in nature, or some kind of media that I already have around my house that I can utilize, and making some new crafts or revitalizing some things that I already have for fall without having to spend any money. I think that's going to be one of my personal challenges, is to use what I have and find contentment in my home and find beauty that's already there and making it a little bit better and a little bit happier every day. So for me, I think this will be obtainable. Honestly, my biggest concern is my husband, because if I say I want something, he will go out and buy it. He will spend it, he will come home with it, because he's never been one to deny anybody anything. He will spend too much before he spends too little. He's the spender. I've always been a saver. So having him on board took a little bit of convincing, but I think the gift card, I think me convincing him that he could do it really worked. And something else that I told him, if anybody has any spouses on the fence, I reminded him, there are ways that you can be entertained without spending any money. For example, you can get audiobooks and movies and even video games, depending on your branch of your public library. Also, every Monday, Redbox will put out a free code for a movie or a game rental. These are things that you can do that don't cost any money. And if anybody's aware, with so many things going on in fall, there's not a community in America that doesn't have some kind of state fair or festival or campground or children's event or museum opening or something going on that you can immerse yourself in. And if you're not really aware of those things, you can definitely go on to your local Chamber of Commerce and see what you have readily available in your area. If you're a homeschooling parent, or if you actually teach in ministry, or you are a public parochial, or homeschooling parent, you can also qualify for a lot of discounts and things online for free. You can actually have movies and media and information sent to you for free every day. You just have to plug in online and find the right resources for you. There are so many things that are available for free, you don't have to spend money. So as of right now and today, I'm very excited, I'm very happy, I'm very optimistic and hopeful. That could change. I don't know how I'm feeling any other day. Today wasn't the best day. My blood sugar was very high. It doesn't put you in the best disposition and the best frame of mind in terms of budgeting and self-contentment, but that's something I have to personally work on. But right now, I can honestly say I feel blessed that I'm in the position that all of my bills are paid, that I have a home, that my mortgage is paid, it's current, I'm living within my means, I'm living a debt-free existence, and I'm quite happy that I joined this challenge. And so I would encourage everyone again to please go and check out this 31-day October no spend challenge on livingwellsavingless.com. It can be life-changing. If you are on the fence, if you're not sure, please go check it out. This could be a way for you to start saving for things like an emergency fund, tuition for children, a vacation. Even if you're just saving and you set a small obtainable goal for $200 or $300, that could be your Christmas budget for your family. So I definitely recommend everyone, please go to the site, check it out, see what everyone else is doing. Signed mine today too. I sure did. Let's see. Oh, and one more thing. If you are getting on a spending challenge, the one thing I would say to go ahead and get before you continue with it, even if you're technically not supposed to be spending money, is please make sure you have ink in your printer. A lot of times during these challenges, bloggers will put up free printables, they'll put up things that are, decorative in nature, things that you can put in your planner, things that you can put in your money envelope. And if you don't have that resource, it might be difficult to have to go outside the home to have it printed. So definitely have ink on hand, because that's one thing I would highly recommend. So with that said, I hope everyone is having a great day. And again, please check this out and look into it, and definitely consider taking the No Spend Challenge and vitalizing your future, vitalizing your fall, and finding some blessings and contentment, not just in your home finance, but in your home, in your community, in your area too. So thank you, everybody.